Taking a live look outside in Orlando this afternoon, we do have impact weather coming today.
Yeah, let's get you over to first warning meteorologist Tran because it is likely to impact a lot of our evening commutes.
That's right. That's because the window will be right around 5 p.m. to 8 o'clock this evening. We could see an isolated strong storm possible in the Orlando metro area. So for folks along the I-4 corridor, biggest threats will be some gusty winds and isolated threat for hail, but mainly it's because the timing is right during the heart of that afternoon drive. Right now, our first warning radar showing dry conditions. Looks like we have a little brush fire there in Volusia County. But here's a look at the setup, though, as we go into around 6 to about 7 o'clock tonight. Notice we will see a couple rain showers, isolated rumbles of thunder that could be on the stronger side right around that 6 to 7 o'clock time frame, which, of course, could make that ride home along I-4 a bit wet. So rain chances today, about a 30% chance with the highest rain chance between I-4 on eastward. I don't think those thunderstorms will be as intense as what we saw yesterday, but unfortunately the timing and the location, again, impacting that evening commute. It will be quite hot though. Look at that, a high of 89 degrees this afternoon, pushing near 90 once again. Coming up in about 15 minutes, I will let you know when we actually do hit 90 degrees and near record heat in Central Florida coming up.
All right, another thing we're following is what's going to happen this afternoon.
That's right. We are. I thought Santa was going to say something.
She covered it all pretty well. I mean, we've got our eyes on the skies this afternoon for that impact weather.
That's right. We're between 5 and 8, which is, of course, the time when most people are heading home from work.
Yep.
We could be tracking a few rain showers and some isolated stronger thunderstorms right along that I-4 corridor, which is why we have the impact weather for this afternoon. I am not expecting a repeat of yesterday. I'm not expecting multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. But again, a couple of those thunderstorms could be on the feisty side. So late afternoon showers and storms, and then 90-degree heat will be moving into Central Florida by this upcoming weekend. So let me show you the setup. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We're starting to see a few high-level clouds streaming in. West Coast breeze is actually starting to make its way in farther up to the north, and that's why we could see an isolated rain shower early, right around 4 o'clock here for our far northern friends up in Flagler County there. It's right around 6 to 7 o'clock that we are expecting a couple more showers and thunderstorms isolated that could be on the stronger side to develop here. You can see the timing and the location right along the I-4 corridor, and then those showers and isolated thunderstorms will linger through about 8 o'clock. And then we are expecting that threat for any stronger thunderstorms to wane after 9 o'clock this evening. So the rest of the day today, an isolated shower or two or thunderstorm could be on the stronger side between 5 to 8. And then this evening, rain showers will be clearing out. And overnight tonight, we could be tracking a little bit of patchy fog once again. Stepping outside, it is very, very warm. Warm and muggy, making it feel like 84 right now in Orlando, 85 in Kissimmee, and 84 in St. Cloud. As we wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be another mild start. Temperatures will be into the upper 60s to low 70s, and then highs tomorrow, again, will be quite sizzling hot. Waking up to some patchy fog possible. I don't think it'll be widespread as what we saw earlier in the day, and we are expecting this afternoon to be hot. Tomorrow afternoon will be very hot as well, with highs into the upper 80s. Areas along the coast a little cooler, low 80s, all thanks to that east-southeasterly flow tomorrow afternoon. Speaking of tomorrow, looking ahead, high pressure still in control, so we could still see an isolated shower or two, but most locations I think will remain dry as we head towards the latter half of the week. Thursday and Friday, things will start to sizzle up. We are expecting near 90-degree heat by the end of the week, and then we will actually hit the 90s as we head into the upcoming weekend. So here's a look. 90 the high on Saturday. Looking at highs in the low 90s on Sunday as well. Record high temperatures will be right around 93 degrees on Sunday, so we could get very close to that record high on Sunday. Here's a look at your Central Florida certified most accurate forecast for inland spots. We are looking at a 30% chance of rain this afternoon, mainly again in the Orlando metro. I think west of I-4 you'll be fairly quiet today. For folks along the coast, we are not expecting that high of a rain chance. We're talking about just a 20% chance of rain and showers this afternoon, and then also upcoming weekend not as hot. Highs will be mostly into the mid to upper 80s versus the 90s that inland spots will experience. Back to you guys.
New to our coast right now. Here's a look at New Smyrna Beach. Pretty out there, but are those some dark clouds I'm seeing? That does not look good.
It looks a little foreboding out there for sure, and a good indication of what's to come as we look to our evening hours.
All right, let's get over to Cam, tracking it all for us. And Cam, the timing of these showers could be a little bit of a headache for the drive home.
That's right. We're looking at showers and even some isolated stronger thunderstorms to develop right around 5 to 8 o'clock. I'm not expecting the intensity that we saw yesterday, though, so that is the good news. Here's a look at our first warning radar out this afternoon. All is pretty quiet. That green that you see there in northern Volusia County. That looks to be a bit of a brush fire. Here's a look at the setup as we go into late this afternoon into the early evening. Around 6 o'clock, you can see a couple rain showers, isolated rumbles of thunder as well. And you can see it's right during the heart of that evening drive here up and down the I-4 corridor. So I just want to give you guys heads up as you head home from work tonight. Maybe if you're getting off late, you will be dodging some rain showers, especially between 6 to 7 o'clock this evening, again during that evening drive. By 8 o'clock, still looking at some lingering rain showers around in the Orlando metro. Again, an isolated thunderstorm could be on the stronger side. Not expecting intensity as what we saw yesterday for sure. It is very, very warm out though as you step outside this afternoon. 86 right now in Sanford, 82 in Orlando, currently at 81 in Kissimmee. As we look ahead the rest of the day today, a high of 89 degrees. Guys, it's feeling more like summer out than spring. Again, a chance for an isolated rain shower or stronger thunderstorm this afternoon. And then this evening, as we get past 9 o'clock, things will be clearing out. And we're watching for some patchy fog overnight. I'll let you know when we actually will hit the 90s for your highs and when we could be nearing record heat coming up.
Bringing in Cam once again because we do have a lot to talk about. We were just talking about how it's feeling like summer around here.
The humidity.
Yes, it's definitely feeling like summer. If you think this is hot, wait till you see the weekend. I think we could actually see our first 90-degree day
here we
this
go.
week. Yeah, we just skipped over spring. Why not, right? Let's take a live look outside. Look at the temperatures as we head out for lunch this afternoon. 81 in Orlando, out by the tourist district, 81 out by KSC, 80 in the mid 80s there, and 82 right now in Daytona Beach. These are our average highs, and we're still going to continue to warm up as we go throughout the afternoon. As we take a look at our first warning radar, it is dry, it is quiet. I am tracking looks to be a brush fire right now up in northern Volusia County near De Leon Springs. So some smoky conditions there. So if you're seeing some hazy skies out in that general direction, heads up, that is likely the reason why. As we go throughout the day today, though, we could see an isolated rain shower to around 4 o'clock. You can see up north here by Flagler and Volusia counties. As we go into around 6 to 7 o'clock, that's when we'll see a few more isolated rain showers as we head home for that evening drive. And then look at around 7 to 8 o'clock, an isolated thunderstorm could be on the stronger side, which is why we do have impact weather today from about 5 to 8. Likely because those rain showers will impact that evening drive home along I-4, and then by 8 o'clock we could be tracking a stronger thunderstorm. Notice by around 10, 11 o'clock the threat for rain does move on out, and we'll see drier skies ahead as we go into the overnight hours. So today's forecast, isolated rain showers and an isolated stronger thunderstorm possible. Few thunderstorms will linger through about 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and then after 9 o'clock the threat for the heavier rain does move on out. Can't rule out a lingering shower around 7, but again, once we get past sunset this evening, that's when the chances of any stronger thunderstorm wanes. Right now, as you step outside, 85 in DeLand and very warm 83 right now in Sanford, 81 in St. Cloud. As we go into the overnight hours, temperatures will fall into the upper 60s, right around 70 degrees. Then tomorrow afternoon will be another warm one. We'll climb back into the middle to upper 80s across the board. Some areas out to the west could even touch 90 degrees, all thanks to that southeasterly flow. Areas along the coast, though, will be just a tad cooler. So if you're heading out to the beaches today, it's going to be warm and sunny. A few thunderstorms possible around 6, but I think those thunderstorms will be mainly inland at that point. As we take a look at the rest of the week, this is when we really are going to heat up. 89 your high Thursday and Friday, and then this upcoming weekend. Look at this, Saturday a high of 90 degrees, 92 the high on Sunday. If there's a day that we could actually tie or get near the record, it's going to be Sunday. Our record high for Sunday afternoon, 93 degrees, and we're just going to be 1 degree shy of that record. Here's a look ahead of your Central Florida's certified most accurate forecast. So the best shot of rain over the next 7 days will be today. Slight sprinkle possible tomorrow, but then we dry out, and then boy do we heat up. Upcoming weekend feeling like summer with inland spots hitting the low 90s. Areas along the coast will be a little bit cooler, especially since we'll see a southeasterly flow that brings in generally some cooler air off the waters and then brings us those temperatures in the middle 80s for areas along the coast. This weekend's a good weekend to head out to the beach. Just watch out for those rip currents.